I'm Etzel Ford.
I'm Henry Ford, the third.
Someone reminded me this morning that this is probably the first time I've seen the vehicle as my grandfather would have seen it.
I've seen pictures of it, but only in the color red. So this is the first time I've seen it in the original gray. I think it looks better in gray. I mean, I think it's a beautiful car.
Driving it, albeit if it was just on the grass here, it was great fun. I said to my son, I said, I wish there was some way I could have gotten out just for a minute, just to drive it down the road and just to see how it drove. But the thing that's remarkable is how small it is. Very large steering wheel, hits me in the knee.
But in the passenger seat, there was plenty of legroom. I mean, I was pretty comfortable. It's a surprisingly smooth ride.
When people think of Ford Motor Company, they think of Henry Ford. And I think Etzel has always played a lesser role at Ford Motor Company. And I think that the opportunity to, A, find the Speedster, B, restore it, and C, bring it to Pebble Beach is really, I think, what my grandfather would have really liked. I mean, frankly, I think these are my grandfather's people, the people that come to the concourses. I think they were the people that he felt the most comfortable with. So I think that having Etzel back at Pebble Beach is just perfect.
And I think especially now that Ford, I think, is really making a serious effort to revitalize the Lincoln brand. I think the timing is perfect because, you can still see a lot of the design cues all the way back in the 34 Speedster that you can see in today in the NKZ and NKX, and so I think it's a great way to sort of highlight the legacy, but also connect it to where we're going, looking forward, and where we're taking Lincoln in the future.
I think Etzel brought elegant cars to Ford Motor Company. He brought them through vehicles like the Speedster. He brought them through many of the Lincoln creations that he did. If you look at the 40 Continental, I mean, really, in my opinion, probably the most beautiful car Ford Motor Company's ever done. And it's a Lincoln. And so I think that speaks a great deal to where we're going with Lincoln. And I think Maury's exactly spot on with his, design concepts that he's going to take forward with Lincoln.
Yeah, I mean, I think just some of the lines that you see in the car, it catches your eye when you look at it, and it's not something that you almost sort of want to take a double take. It's something that is certainly noticeable, but not to the point where it's extravagant. It's sort of understated elegance, I think, to a certain degree.
We're going to drive it. We're going to drive it up on the ramp at Pebble on Sunday, and then it goes to Southern California, Los Angeles, to the Peterson Museum for a special unveiling for the Los Angeles automotive crowd. Then we're going to take it to Detroit, to the auto show in Detroit, and then I think finally it's going to go home. But with all that comes all this wonderful information that we're talking to people about my grandparents' home, because that's really why we're here a little bit. It's to talk about the Etzel and Eleanor Ford house, and it's a place where people should go and see and really understand a lot about Eleanor and Etzel. And by understanding them, you can almost understand the Speedster and all the other creative products that my grandfather did.
And hopefully I'll get to drive it at some point. I'm going to take out for a little joyride.
Yeah, a little joyride. Yeah.
So if you see me cruising around Dearborn, don't...